So on the cam arm V2, I give you this right here, right? So you've already done this view, and I tell you to modify your cam arm to reflect these changes and draw a new view from the indicated direction. So I want the new view from the top down, so above this view, so it should sit up here. But we need to make these changes because now we just had a 2D drawing of this uniform thickness. Now we're adding some multiple levels, so I give you the thickness for the back side here of 1/4 inch. That this section here is going to stick out 3/4 from the front side. This right here is going to stick out 1/4 from the front side. And then I'm going to add in these two chamfers, right there and there. Any other changes that are happening? Yeah, so I'm changing this hole from a 1-inch hole to a 1/2 inch hole. So that's this part inside that's the 1/2 inch diameter. And then what size is this circle here? 3/4. And it's 1/4 inch deep, right? So when you do this, make sure you make all those changes. Go back to this one, edit the circle. How can I edit that circle to make it the right size? So if it's a 1-inch diameter circle, how can I make that a diameter 3/4 circle? I could scale it. That's an easy one, right? Because it's going from 1 to 3/4. It's just 3/4. What's another easier way to just directly change it? Yeah, go to properties. Click on it, and then go to diameter and just say 0.75. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And then I can just draw my 0.5 circle. Oops, not like that. What did I do wrong? Why did that one get big, not smaller? Yep. I need to tell diameter 0.5. Okay. So you make sure you do that. One common thing that happens is people give me something that looks like this. So they get the chamfers, they do the heights here, they add the chamfers, but they forget to modify that hole. Okay, so don't forget that. So that one, let's say, let's scale this to the right size. How can I make this the right size? Just so I can draw on top of it. I just put a picture in. How can I make sure that that's the right size? Because right now it looks like that's still the 1-inch hole. Put option, reference. We'll go up there, tell that to be 1. So now if I draw a circle from there, from 5, oops. There's my 0.75. There's my 0.5, right? So this one right here would go away and just become that. But I'll do this off to the side so you can see what's going on. Is this going to change at all? Right here? Are those headlines going to change?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they need to line up with this, right? Okay, let's take a look at that. So it is. So what's going on right here? What is a counterbore? Yeah, so it's a hole. So the top section of the hole looks like this. And the bottom of the section of the hole is the thinner hole under there, right? So if I draw a counterbore, let's say this is my material. I'm gonna have that. It's gonna come down. This is probably not centered, but it's gonna look like that when it goes through the part, right? It's gonna have this top section that's wide, this bottom section that's thin, right? Does that make sense? So over here, I need to bring up those outer lines and maybe just move these in or retrim or whatever. I'm also going to have the thinner lines. Draw that line there. So I'll need to offset down. How deep is the countersink or counterbore? Quarter. So offset a quarter. Now that's all going to go away. That's all going to go away. So those are going to go away. And those are going to go away. And those are going to go away. Then all those are going to become our hidden lines. Right, so these ones go away. I get just those ones that I just made. I don't know. So would this little middle line be there? Is there an edge there that goes in that middle section? Yeah. Right, if we look here, this edge here goes, so that middle line is the line in the middle of the hole, right? So this edge for the top of the hole goes all the way around, right? There's an edge that goes all the way around it. Just like if it was a cylinder, right? If it was a cylinder, I'd still draw that line across the top, right? Because there's still an edge going all the way around. Same thing. And that's why it's in the symbol. The line goes all the way across the symbol because there's supposed to be a line there. So that top view of your counterbore should look like that minus these big, the lines that were in the wrong spot. Okay? So that fixes the counterbore in the top view. What about any other issues with this one? Anything that hasn't been projected? Well, let's take a look at what on the right side. Yep. So let's take a look at that. So right now, this line right here, does it go the full length of the part? No. Does this line go the full length of the part? Yeah, because it goes here, then it wraps around to be on the end, right? What about this line? What happens to it? It just stops right here, right? What's that point? How do we find that point right there? We just draw, so here's that line, right? And it stops right there. Because then it just becomes part of that face. So from here, on that center line, we can just project up. Use your O snap. So this line right here would stop where it intersects. Okay? Does that make sense? Yep, so it'd be here and then stop there. This line is just construction. It would go away. So this line would just stop right there. Anything else that needs to be added to the front view? Are there any corners in the top view that didn't get brought down to the front view? Remember, if there's a corner, it has to project. No? Your hole goes through it, so that's fine. There probably should be a hidden line like right here, right? From the quadrant of that circle. You already got the quadrant over here. But I mean, from the top view going down. Anything else? I just realized this radius here, whoever did this, is too small. It shouldn't be touching on either of them. But any corners in the top view that should come down, become a line. Or let's even just look here. How many circles are right here? How many different diameter circles are right there? 3. How many different diameter circles are right there? 2. Where the other one? What's the other one? The counter or the right? The chamfer right there. So I didn't ask you for the side view, but he has it. But up here, this corner right there needs to come down. Now we draw a circle from the center of here to there. So use your same center as the other ones and just go to that point. Okay? Does that make sense? So remember, every corner has to project to the next view. Things need to match between the views. Okay?